Greetings, warrior. Yes, you the one feeling weighed down by life's stagnation. You've tried to change your path, perhaps through books, inspiring videos, setting goals, or striving for positivity, yet nothing sticks. Picture this: a man loses his job and crumbles entirely. He blames the economy, curses his boss, and sinks into self-pity. Another man, facing the same loss, rises earlier, sharpens his skills, and rebuilds his life. Same event, vastly different responses. Why? The answer is stark but simple. It's not life that breaks us. It's our mindset that allows it to happen. That's why Stoicism is more vital than ever. In a chaotic world full of noise, temptation, and emotional fragility, Stoicism teaches that you hold the reins, not your emotions, not society, not your past. True change starts in the mind. Fix your mind, and everything else will follow. But a warning: these principles aren't gentle advice. They're raw, unyielding truths that challenge your ego. Not for the faint-hearted, but for those fed up with feeling stuck, tired of autopilot, done with crumbling when life gets tough. If that's you, you're exactly where you need to be. In this video, I'll guide you through 10 Stoic rules to master your emotions, habits, goals, and life itself. Each rule draws from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and the core of ancient Stoic philosophy, explained in clear, modern terms you can apply. No philosophy degree required. We'll dive deep into emotional strength, mental discipline, self-awareness, and the gritty process of becoming who you're meant to be. With each rule, I'll share a Stoic quote or principle, not just for flair, but as a tool for reflection and action. Before we start with the first rule, I ask you to do this. If you're ready to stop blaming the world and start rebuilding yourself, ready to conquer your emotions instead of being ruled by them, ready to fix your mind and transform your life, leave this affirmation in the comments now. I will no longer let emotions dictate my life. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more Stoic-based strategies. Most importantly, don't skip any part of this video. Each rule builds on the last, reshaping how you think. Let's begin. Rule 1. Stop negotiating with your weaknesses. You must build your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal. No one can stop you from this. Marcus Aurelius. The biggest mistake people make when trying to change their lives is this: they bargain with their flaws. They tell themselves, 1 more hour of sleep won't hurt, or I'll start that diet tomorrow, or I'll stop texting them after this one last time. They don't see that every time you negotiate with weakness, it wins. And when weakness wins enough times, it becomes who you are. Consider this: the strongest version of you, disciplined, focused, confident, isn't a mystery. It's a version of you suffocated by years of comfort, excuses, and indulging emotions. You can't become that person if you keep giving in every time life gets hard. You can't transform your life if you collapse whenever you feel bored, lonely, or uneasy. Stoics knew this well. They didn't chase comfort. They trained to face adversity, knowing every moment of struggle, every challenge, every resisted temptation is a victory for the soul. Ask yourself when the alarm rings, do you rise like a warrior, or let emotions hit snooze when anxiety creeps in? Do you endure and grow stronger, or escape into social media or food? When tempted to revert to old habits, do you stand firm or say, just once more? Here's the brutal truth. You'll never fix your life if you don't slay the part of you that makes excuses. There's no peace without discipline, no greatness without sacrifice, no strong mind without confronting your weaknesses and declaring, not today. Every time you delay your potential, you're not just wasting time, you're betraying your future. So, the next time you want to stay in bed, text someone toxic, or waste another day, don't argue, don't explain, don't rationalize. Stand up, end it, and choose strength over comfort. That's how warriors are forged, one action at a time. I don't care how far behind you feel or how many times you've failed before. The moment you stop bargaining with weakness, your recovery begins. Leave this affirmation in the comments. No more deals with weakness. I choose strength. Rule 2. Control your reactions, or they'll control you. It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Epictetus. Imagine this: two people hear the same insult. One brushes it off with a smile, unfazed. The other carries the sting like a dagger for weeks. Same words, same moment, but entirely different realities. Why? Because it's not the insult that hurts, it's how you respond to it. It's not the traffic jam, the breakup, the rude colleague, or the failure. How you interpret and react to those events shapes your emotional state. Most people live as slaves to their feelings, letting small moments steal their peace. They hand over control of their mood to strangers, online comments, or things beyond their power. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. Let that sink in. Every time you snap at someone, overthink, or spiral into emotional chaos over something external, you're giving away your power. Worse, you become predictable, easily manipulated. They're like puppets. Pull the right string, and they explode. Cry, panic, or freeze. Do you want to live like that? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength. So, how do you take control? First, slow your reactions. When you feel triggered, pause, take a deep breath, and step back mentally. Ask, what part of this can I actually control? If the answer is nothing external, then the battle is within. Second, separate facts from feelings. She said something rude. That's a fact. I'm not good enough. That's a story you're telling yourself. Train to see things clearly, unclouded by emotion. This takes practice, but each time you succeed, you strengthen your mental resilience. Third, reclaim your peace. Peace isn't passive. It's unshakable strength. It's learning to respond with calm power, not panics. It's knowing your reactions are always your responsibility. No matter how unfair life feels, those who master their reactions become formidable in the best way. Why? They don't get hooked. They don't break under pressure. They choose their steps deliberately and live on their own terms. Make no mistake, this is a skill you can build. No one is born calm. You forge it like muscle. Every time you resist reacting emotionally, every time you stay steady, you prove to yourself, You're not your feelings, you're their master, not the storm. So, next time someone provokes you, remember their words are powerless unless you give them power. Their actions don't define you, but your reactions always do, to change your life. Stop reacting to every little thing as if your piece is up for auction. Choose your responses like a warrior preparing for battle, deliberate, sharp, and steady. That's how you master your life. Leave this affirmation in the comments. My peace is mine. I won't give it away. Rule 3. Do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Let's be honest. Most people know what they need to do to change their lives. Wake up earlier. Stop wasting time. Cut out toxic people. Exercise. Learn. Say no more often. Speak up. They know, but they don't act. Why? It's hard. It's uncomfortable. Their emotions scream louder than their discipline. That's the problem. Ancient Stoics never waited to feel ready. They trained their minds to face resistance head-on, seeing discomfort as the forge that shapes character. They understood that if your actions depend on your feelings, you'll never build a meaningful life. Let's be real. You won't always want to do the right thing. You won't always feel like showing up. You won't always be motivated. That's just how it is. But here's what separates the weak from the strong. The weak wait for motivation. The strong lean on discipline. Motivation is fleeting. It's an emotion, a mood. Discipline is a choice. Every time you choose to do the hard thing, especially when you don't want to, you build mental armor. Hitting the gym when you're exhausted, that's a win. Having that tough conversation you'd rather avoid, that's growth. Stepping out of your comfort zone to face your fears, that's real strength. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about how many battles you've lost in your head before even trying. How many goals have you delayed, not because they were impossible, but because they felt uncomfortable? If you want to transform your life, stop fearing discomfort. Embrace it. Lean into it. The things you avoid today become the regrets of tomorrow. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready to change your life. There will always be a reason to procrastinate, but the cost of waiting is years you'll never get back. So, what should you do? Wake up and get to work. Even if your mind resists, even if it feels unfair, even if no one's cheering you on, you don't need applause. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to do it. When your body wants to quit, when your emotions start whining, when doubts flood your mind, that's when you push harder. Those moments are where strength is born. Remember this. You can choose the pain of discipline now or the pain of regret later. Both involve suffering, but only one leads to the life you truly want. So, stop looking for shortcuts. Don't expect things to be easy. Real change is hard, lonely, and painful, but it's worth it. Every challenge you overcome today paves the way for an easier tomorrow. Every obstacle you face now becomes a story of pride later. Rule 4. Eliminate distractions and master your focus. If you are everywhere, you are nowhere. Seneca. Let's face reality. We live in a world that's constantly shouting at us. Notifications, texts, headlines, gossip, ads, alerts, opinions. They pull us in every direction, leaving us anxious, lost, and isolated. But here's the truth. You can't improve your life if your mind is scattered. A harsh but liberating Stoic rule is to guard your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Stoics aren't just about silence and strength. They're about clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman on the task before you, with precision and sincerity." He didn't talk about multitasking or scrolling for inspiration. He meant focus deep, intentional attention. Reflect on your daily life. How often are you truly present in what you do? How often do you create instead of consume? How many hours slip away scrolling, overthinking, or chasing distractions that don't help you grow? The issue isn't just attention, it's where you direct it. That's where your energy, time, and potential go. Here's a hard truth. No one wants to admit most people aren't addicted to laziness, they're addicted to noise. They can't sit in silence. Can't work without checking their phone every 5 minutes. Can't stick to one path long enough to master anything. If that's you, this isn't judgment. It's a wake-up call. A distracted mind creates a wasted life. So, how do you fix it? First, cut out digital noise. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set strict time limits for social media. Use your phone as a tool, not a leash. Second, carve out sacred space for deep focus. Even just 60 minutes a day, free from distractions. No multitasking, just you and your most important work. That's where clarity lives. That's where self-respect grows. Third, train your attention like a muscle. Practice being fully present in simple things: eating, walking, reading, writing. The more you do this, the stronger your focus becomes. The world will always try to steal your attention, but you decide what deserves it. A Stoic doesn't chase everything they choose deliberately. A focused person is powerful. They can build, improve, grow, and lead. Your ability to fix your life is tied to your ability to focus on what truly matters. Noise will always be there. But if you master your attention, you master your world. So, starting today, cut out the nonsense, silence the distractions, and channel your energy into what builds your future. Leave this affirmation in the comments: I control my focus. My attention shapes my future. Rule 5. Stop seeking approval. You don't need permission to grow. We love ourselves more than others, yet care more about their opinions than our own. Marcus Aurelius. Let that hit you for a moment. We say we want to grow, to be strong and independent. Yet we hesitate, doubt, and shrink back. Why? Because we fear what others think. We crave being liked, seeking approval before moving forward. But Stoicism forces us to face this truth: the world doesn't care about your potential, and you don't need its permission to unlock it. You can't rebuild your life if you're waiting for applause at every step. Here's something no one tells you. The more you grow, the more resistance you'll face, not just from enemies, but from those closest to you. Your progress unsettles them. Your discipline highlights their laziness. Your confidence threatens their comfort. So, what do? They mock, doubt, or try to keep you as the version they can control. But a Stoic doesn't live to please others. They live for virtue, not approval, for truth, not popularity. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." That means, if you're scared of seeming odd, misunderstood, or alone. You'll never rise. You'll stay ordinary, silent, and stuck just to fit in. No one's coming to save you. No one has to believe in you. Only you can permit yourself to become who you're meant to be. The moment you stop needing approval, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting and start acting. You stop begging and start building. You stop explaining and start evolving. If they laugh at your new habits, so what? If they don't get your boundaries or focus, who cares? You're not here to be understood by small minds. You're here to be unshakable. If this path means walking alone, walk with pride. It's the truest, most rewarding, and liberating road. Don't wait for approval. Don't apologize or explain. You don't need their consensus. You just need to decide you're done being small. Rule 6. Silence is strength. Speak less. Master more. Let silence be your general rule. Or say only what is necessary in brief words. Epictetus. We live in a world where everyone wants to be heard, but few want to listen. Everyone wants to seem wise, but few invest the time to become wise. The result: endless noise, empty opinions, and shallow lives. But Stoics know something deeper. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. Why? Because those who speak less listen more, learn faster, respond instead of react, and hold power instead of wasting energy. To fix your mind, you must tame your tongue. Not every situation needs your reaction. Not everyone deserves your explanation. Not every thought needs to be voiced. The more you speak, the more you reveal your fears, insecurities, plans, and weaknesses. But in silence, you become unreadable. That's power. Marcus Aurelius said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." One of the first things to master is your speech. Here's the trap when you constantly talk, justify, or defend. You're reacting to the world instead of shaping your own. Let others chase attention or validation. You stay silent. Stay focused. Act with strength. Silence isn't passivity. It's calculated presence. Speak less, but let your words carry weight. Your actions will speak 10 times louder than your voice ever could. Silence protects you. It guards your energy from pointless arguments, your dignity from uncontrolled anger, your strategy from those who don't need to know. How do you master it? First, embrace not responding instantly. Not every message needs an immediate reply. Not every insult deserves a comeback. Let time do the talking. Second, get comfortable being misunderstood. Silence teaches you that not everyone needs to get you. You don't defend your reputation, you build it. Third, focus on becoming, not performing. While others try to seem strong, you work to become strong. While they talk about goals, you quietly pursue them. The Stoic path isn't loud or flashy, it's disciplined, focused, and intentional, starting with silence. So, don't overshare. Don't sacrifice your peace. Don't let your energy leak through careless words. Let your silence unsettle the insecure. Let it amplify your strength. Let silence be your superpower. If you're ready to master your speech, leave this affirmation in the comments. My silence speaks my strength. Rule 7. Own your mistakes without shame or excuses. A gem cannot be polished without friction. nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca. Everyone messes up. Everyone fails. Everyone has regrets. The difference between a broken life and a rebuilt one lies here. Do you face your mistakes like a warrior or run from them like a coward? Most choose the latter, blaming others, making excuses, hiding from truth with distractions, denial, or fake positivity. But Stoicism demands you confront reality head-on, because the only way to grow stronger is to be brutally honest with yourself first. Wasted years in a toxic relationship, own it. Betrayed your own standards, admit it. Lied, cheated, procrastinated, or sabotaged yourself. Face it, not with guilt or shame, but with courage. Shame keeps you stuck. Owning your flaws sets you free. It's not about dwelling on regret, it's about standing up and saying, yes, I failed. Now I rise and won't go back. You can't rebuild your life if you keep rewriting the past to comfort yourself. Face your truth with courage. Take full responsibility, not just for what's behind you, but for who you choose to become right now. No more stories. No more lies. No more avoiding your reflection. Own it all and rise from there. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm ready to own my truth. I master my past and rise with purpose. Rule 8. Embrace discomfort. It's your teacher. Don't wish for things to go your way. Accept events as they happen. That's the path to peace. Epictetus. Here's a truth that can transform your life. If you embrace it, discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your lesson, your challenge, your breakthrough. But what do most people do when they feel uneasy? They run, distract themselves, or numb out. In silence, they turn on noise. When sad, they turn to food, people, or entertainment. When anxious, they overthink and spiral. The reality is, growth only comes when you push through discomfort. Stoics didn't chase an easy life. They sought strength. Knowing only strength helps you navigate a chaotic world. You can't build muscle without the pain of training. You can't forge a strong mind without facing hardship. And you'll never find peace if you keep dodging the emotions crying out inside you. So, stop fleeing every uneasy moment. Sit with it. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What strength is this pain building every heartbreak? Failure, delay, or rejection isn't punishment. It's preparation. The Stoic mindset isn't about feeling good. It's about becoming better, no matter how tough things get. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, betrayal, and loss. Yet he wrote, if it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. That's not coldness, it's clarity. Discomfort doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to rebuild you. But only if you stop running, only if you face it with courage and humility. Next time you feel pain, remind yourself, this moment isn't for comfort, it's for making me stronger. And when you stop fearing discomfort, you become unstoppable. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm done running. Discomfort is my teacher. Rule 9. Discipline matters more than motivation. Build it daily. No one is free who doesn't master themselves. Epictetus. Let me ask you a tough question. Are you truly free? Or are you ruled by your emotions? Because here's what most miss: freedom isn't doing whatever you want, it's doing what you must. Especially when you don't want to. That's discipline. That's the difference between the weak and the strong, the dreamer and the doer, the talker and the builder. Motivation is an emotion, a fleeting spark, a high that fades. Discipline is a system. It shows up even when you don't feel like it, pushing you out of bed when motivation whispers, "Stay put." Discipline carries you through your worst days. Stoics understood this truth. They trained their minds to ignore useless emotions. They built habits, values, and virtues based not on feelings, but on who they wanted to become. Marcus Aurelius led as an emperor despite grief, exhaustion, and pressure, not because he felt perfect, but because he did the work. Why? Because duty outweighs feelings. That's the Stoic way. That's how lives are transformed. If you want to change, stop chasing motivational tricks. Start building daily discipline. Wake up on time. Move your body. Eat right. Learn daily. Stay focused. Meditate. Reflect. It's repetitive, unglamorous, and boring, but it works. It builds character. You won't always feel like doing it, and that's okay. Show up anyway, because discipline holds you steady when motivation fades. When you master discipline, you don't need inspiration. You become the person who moves forward no matter what. That's power. That's self-respect. That's Stoicism. Rule 10. Don't just think about it, live it. Don't waste time debating what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. Thinking is easy. Dreaming of being better, stronger, wiser is easy. But none of that changes your life. Action does. Not random action, but purposeful, consistent action. Stoics believed philosophy isn't just for thinking, it's for living. They didn't just talk about self-control, they practiced it quietly. They didn't post about peace and discipline, they embodied it when no one was watching. That's alignment. Most people live two lives, one in their mind, full of goals and clarity, and one in reality, riddled with contradictions, excuses, and chaos. They say they want peace but gossip and complain. They say they want growth but procrastinate and scroll. They claim to be stoic but live as slaves to emotion. Here's the hard truth. Knowing isn't enough, doing is what matters. All the quotes, inspiration, and wisdom are useless if your daily actions contradict them. To change your life, stop performing, stop pretending, stop talking, and start living it. You know what to do. Right now, do it. If you call yourself a Stoic, train your emotions daily. If you value time, don't waste it. If you say you're focused, prove it with your choices. Don't chase perfection. Chase alignment. When your values and actions sync, you feel whole. That's where peace lives, where self-respect grows. Marcus Aurelius didn't dream of the ideal man. He said, "Become him. Now, not when it's convenient, but right now, from this moment, when you're confused. Ask, what would the strongest version of me do? Then do it. Let your life speak louder than your words. Let your consistency outshine the need for praise. Let your quiet alignment make you untouchable. When your actions match your values, you become powerful not to others, but over your own weaknesses. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I'm ready to live my values. I will live as the person I claim to be." These 10 Stoic rules aren't self-help cliches or empty motivational fluff. They're tools to shatter illusions and build character. Apply them, and you'll stop being a victim of emotions or circumstances. You'll rise above distractions, feelings, and failures. You'll live as a Stoic, not emotionless, but emotionally resilient. Not perfect, but aligned. Not loud, but powerfully clear. This path isn't easy, and it's not meant to be, but it's the only road to true self-respect, clarity, and inner freedom. Now it's your turn. Don't let this video be just a fleeting spark of motivation. Pick one rule and act on it today. Then do it again tomorrow. Fix your mind, and your life will follow. The Stoics gave you the blueprint. Now build the life. If this video ignited something in you, leave this final affirmation in the comments. I fix my mind. I fix my life. If you want more wisdom like this, like the video, comment below, share it with someone ready to grow, and subscribe for more ancient truths turned into modern strength. Let's grow together.